Hello everyone, I'm Tommy with Studio Sense and welcome to today's video. You know, economy is on everyone's mind right now. It's a concern for everyone, no matter what economic level that you are. And if you find yourself in my position, currently unemployed as a result of the pandemic, you're even more concerned about how your dollar is being spent. Especially so with fragrances, which are considered a luxury item. You want to kind of keep in mind, kind of be wise with where you spend your money and how you spend your money. So that prompted today's video. Today's video is going to be 4 for life. You've probably seen this list video bandied about over the last couple of weeks. Today's video is 4 for life, 1 per season, designer cheapie edition. What do I mean by designer cheapie edition? What I mean by that is the criteria that it has to meet is it has to be a designer fragrance and it has to be $30 or less. We'll just say under $30. So it's a good benchmark to start from. And especially when you're getting your unemployment money coming in, or maybe you just got a severance or some kind of furlough pay or something like that, and you're kind of worried about spending your money on non-essential items. To me, this is the only time you'll hear me say this in a video in all likelihood, but these fragrances to me, I consider essential men's fragrance to have in your collection and to add in your rotation. List videos are easy if you're in the tens. The top 10 videos are among the easiest to do because you have so many options. When you go top 5, that becomes a little bit harder to make your selection, and especially 4 for life, 1 per season designer fragrances. This was really hard to do. It was really hard to pick and choose. So the criteria that I primarily used was high quality juice, versatility, and of course the cost. Those 3 things were what we used to choose our fragrances today. So don't go anywhere because that is coming up next. Now for spring, a fragrance, now we're going to do this in chronological order per season. So we're going to obviously start out with spring. A fragrance that's become hyper versatile to me in terms of its energetic and bright eye-opening is from the house of Versace, and that is Versace Pour Homme. Now I'm kind of cheating with this a little bit because even though this is a 100 ml bottle, I'm going to be recommending the 30 ml size because you can get that for about $27, $28 online. The cheapest that I could find a 100 ml bottle was at walmart.com for $36. So I'm just $6 over budget with this particular one, and I'll leave that link below with the other links in the description box. Again, this is an all-around bright, energetic, that open, which contains bergamot, lemon, and neroli is such a wonderful trifecta. And then of course you've got some cardamom and some tonka to add some creaminess in there. And in the base to add that longevity, you've got tonka, amber, and musk, and a slight little bit of rose there to kind of bring down the headiness of that lemon, that heat of that lemon. Now this is a great high heat fragrance for summer as well, but for spring, to me, it best represents spring with its energy, with it's really high on the fruit, especially the citrus side of the spectrum. So I really do like a fruity, citrusy fragrance for spring because it's representative of new ideas, new thoughts, trees budding, leaves falling, regrowth, regeneration. For summer, I wanted to focus on the illusion of exotic tropical seawater, something with a little bit more blue in it. Even though Pour Homme is a blue fragrance, I wanted something a little bit heavier on maybe the lavender, a little bit warmer on the benzoin side. And so for our purposes today, I chose Salvatore Ferragamo's Acqua Essenziale Blue as my summer fragrance. Again, Versace Pour Homme is more of an aromatic fougere. This is more of a warmer blue fragrance in terms of generic crowd-pleasing blue fragrances, but it is one of my absolute favorite blue fragrances of all time, along with Bleu de Chanel, which is the obvious choice, but you definitely can't get that for under 30 bucks. Now this does have lemon and bergamot in it, but it opens up the versatility, broad spectrum of versatility of this opens up quite a bit as a day and nighttime fragrance, and just an all-around, you can dress this up, you can dress down, it doesn't matter. Blue is good for you whether you're fresh out of the shower, or whether you're jumping in the car to go to the office, or jumping on Zoom to be presented to your office mates. In terms of Versace Pour Homme, this is a little bit smoother as opposed to astringent, which makes this perfect for summer, and this is a great little performer in high heat as well. For those longer dog days of summer, coming in at just under $26, this is the fragrance that you want, and this of course being the 50 ml bottle. Fall or autumn is my favorite time of year, and as such it was my hardest category to pick because there are so many fragrances that fit in this category. With fall or autumn, you're going to get fragrances that are a little bit deeper, a little bit darker, more sophisticated, more complicated when you get some, resins in there. You've got incense, you've got some spices like cinnamon. Oftentimes you'll have like whiskey or rum to get a little bit of boozy on the liquor side. And you've got fragrances that work just really well in colder weather. As you're layering up, you can spray a lot on because you're layering your clothing there, and it works really well under the warmth under the clothing. It just breathes life and personality into a little bit deeper, more complex fragrances. You can wear those darker, smokier, more thought-provoking fragrances that as they grow on you, begin to show a little bit more personality and complication. And for me, one that consistently meets that criteria and comes in right under 30 bucks, it's like $29.24, is Bentley Intense for Men. This is a wonderfully mature, masculine, boozy fragrance that it is a little bit more mature. I wouldn't say this is for someone under 30 years old. Younger guys aren't going to really like this. This isn't a clubbing fragrance, so you definitely can't use it in the club, but it does remind you of, it's got a wonderful scent profile. You've got rum, you've got leather, you've got incense, you've got cinnamon, just a ton of notes that make this a really warm, boozy, leathery, masculine powerhouse. It rocks out in projection. I get really good projection on this. Better longevity. I get a good 8 to 10 hours of longevity out of this, and it just reminds you of the interior of a stately automobile like a Bentley back in the day. From the rum and the incense, you get a little bit of ozonic note in there as well, almost mineralic, and I really, really like that in this fragrance. It makes it a perfect fall and autumn weather fragrance. The fall, of course, leaves are changing, so it's like a transition, and this is the perfect transition fragrance, again, coming in right at 30 bucks. Now, this is very high quality juice, and it is very close to niche quality, and a couple of these actually are very close to niche quality, and that's what I really like about them, is the quality of the juice. And of course, the Bentley name is very well known, and it surprises me how little you pay for something that is of this quality, and that's the best thing that I like about this, is it's consistent, good quality for fall and autumn and subsequently winter weather. For winter, my choice was equally hard. It had to be similar to fall and autumn, but be able to hold up in the colder, like extreme cold weather. Something that had a warm heart, something that could be gourmand, but wasn't especially heavy-handed on the sweeter side. Something that was still masculine, but also had kind of a urban sophistication about it. And something that consistently meets that criteria is Jesus Del Pozo's Halloween X, which was created by Nicolas Baliou. This is one of those fragrances that when you first smell it, it promises more under the surface. It's a little bit subtle, but then it grows stronger and stronger over time. Especially, my favorite thing about this is the roasted coffee note. And what better fragrance to wake up to on a cold winter morning than fresh brewed coffee? And nothing is more representative of the best of winter than a cup of fresh brewed coffee, right? When you think of the word cozy, you think of the word warm, safe, secure, fun, good times. You think of people collected around the fireplace, maybe at a lodge or something, with hot cocoa or hot coffee in your hand. That is why I love X. Actually, that's one reason. It has a lot of personality in this fragrance. There's actually a lot of notes you get similar to, I think Bentley has rum in it, Bentley Intense for Men. This has whiskey. Bentley also has cinnamon and incense. This also has cinnamon and incense. But where this diverges is it's got mineral notes. It's got kind of a mineralic quality to it. And you can actually layer Bentley Intense for Men along with Halloween, and you get this really nice combination with a light animalic flavor to it, which is interesting. And that's what I like about this, because the mineralic quality of this makes it a lot different than our fall and winter or fall and autumn pick of Bentley Intense for Men. So it adds that a little bit of urban sophistication with that mineralic quality to this. I get a good 8 to 10 hours longevity out of this. Projection, it is a little bit more subtle on the projection side. You only get about an hour or two. Pretty important for winter fragrances to be able to project. So this is lacking just a little bit in my book. However, you will get a 100 ml bottle for just over 29 bucks, and don't go easy on the spray. Spray this however much you want it. And it's easy to think that you're not smelling it. However, this does project a lot better than what you initially might think. Ask those around you. They'll tell you. they'll tell you true. For my money, you can't find a better winter cheapie fragrance, designer fragrance, than Halloween. Again, I don't say this very often, if I've ever said it at all. I think all of these fragrances are essential to have in your men's collection, in your men fragrance collection. As with any fragrance, if you had to wear these frequently for a long period of time, you would kind of get tired of them. However, when you think about it, you don't really get tired of high quality juice. So they're all high quality, coming in under 30 bucks, which makes them, at least in my estimation, essential for your rotation. That's going to be it, wrapping up today's video. 4 for life, 1 for each season, designer cheapie fragrances, those that you can find at online discounters. Again, if you're interested in purchasing any of these, I'll leave the links below in the description box. Also, if you have any comments of other fragrances that you enjoy for these, seasonal periods that come in right around that dollar mark or euro mark or whatever currency where you live is, please leave those comments as well. We always appreciate that. If you're interested in updates of new content as I drop it, make sure to hit that bell icon. Thank you so much for your support and for your time. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, this is a very brief supplemental information or supplemental after vid today, because I don't have a lot. I think I said pretty much everything I wanted to say in this 4 cheapie designer fragrances for life video. I just wanted to include one other thing, and that is a quick, easy grab for me. And I'm kind of surprised it didn't make it into this list. It was so very close between this one and Halloween Man X, and that is CK1 Shock. CK1 Shock is a staple of a fall and winter fragrance for me. You can get a 200 ml bottle of this for less than 20 bucks. I think it's around close to $18, $70 and change on fragrance.net. 200 ml bottle. And this is, to me, one of my favorite tobacco fragrances. Complex, masculine, not necessarily complex as much as it is a really nice, semi-sweet, nearly gourmand tobacco fragrance for fall and winter. So just throwing that out there, highly recommend, especially for the price. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Take that 20 bucks and spend it on a 200 ml bottle. You will not be let down if you like tobacco-based fragrances, which is what this is. So CK1 Shock, great addition to the fall and winter rotation. Thank you so much for tuning in again, guys, for this after vid. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you next time.